Hello, everyone. I'm Zhang Hanting from Hong Kong Baptist University. The topic of the conference paper would be Between Superpowers, a political-economic analysis of Vietnam's engagement on Sino-American trade framework in Asia. Below is the outline. It has the following parts as titles of each section. First, an introduction. The second, Vietnam under competitive trade proposition of Sino-American framework. Third, analytical framework on asymmetric international relations. Those two parts are the theory section and analytical framework. Fourth, Vietnam's flexible engagement and rational strategy in asymmetry. And the conclusion part, mm, Sino-Vietnam relation economically integrated and politically zero-sum game. The first part will be introduction. It starts from talking about the background of Sino-Vietnam relation. In East Asia, Vietnam's diplomatic behavior is influenced by other political entities like China and the US. China and Vietnam share a long border that involves two provinces in China and eight provinces in Vietnam, and the two countries have a strong history of diplomacy and similar cultures. The influence of the US has also shaped Sino-Vietnam relations, like the US-Vietnam alliance, between its powerful neighbor and the superpower outside the region. Hanoi faces a dilemma brought about by the unpredictable political environment. Based on a theory of asymmetric international relations, this paper studies the rational logic of Vietnam's diplomacy as a weak polity in front of stronger ones to ensure its own survival. About Vietnam and the Sino-US trade framework, the US has brought forward TPP decades ago for maintaining its status and the privileges for preventing China from further rising. However, both abroad and domestic political turmoil make it difficult for the US to maintain its economic influence, since Washington also needs to ensure its own domestic markets from being invaded. So Trump administration decided to create the project TPP. But then Biden put forward a new trading proposition, the IPEF, for trying to maintain its economic influence in China, in Asia. The confidence of China and the hesitation of the US has brought variable to the long-standing Western-dominated political-economic landscape in the region. This article takes Vietnam's engagement on IPEF and TPP and BRI as economically focused and its diplomatic strategies as the politically focused to study how Vietnam, as a weaker body in its asymmetric relation with China, strategically seeks to maximize domestic benefits. In the third part, I discuss the theoretical framework of the article. Womack uses this toolkit to explore relations between political entities of different strength in asymmetry. The relationship between the two is placed under a clear binary matrix, where entities with strong political, economic, and military strengths are referred to as the stronger side A, while the other one is referred to as the weaker side B. For B, its intention in the relation is to get acknowledgement of its independence and of national security. While for A in the relation, it often wants to put B in an inferior position and stabilizing that structure to gain obedience. We also have some other differences. We also pay over attention, always over attention on A, while A shows sense of inattention on B. Besides, to contain A's influence on B, the latter might find itself a stronger friend, which is even bigger than A, to balance A's power. And this article collects, analyzes, and decodes both primary and secondary data focusing on Vietnam's recent international relations. Now, the figure shows the bilateral relation between China and Vietnam under asymmetric international relations. Vietnam is a weaker country while China is a stronger one. I have studied the differences in economic intentions, political intentions, and the diplomatic strategies between the two countries. The first is economic intention. Vietnam's intention to actively participate in the trade framework of China-Vietnam relation is to obtain investment in infrastructure construction from the Asian Investment Bank, while China hopes to integrate Vietnam's market economically through investment in Vietnam. For political intention, Vietnam wants to ensure its security and independence as its primary concern, while China hopes to obtain Vietnam's obedience and maintain its influence, which means economic and political subordination. Therefore, their diplomatic strategy, that is the way to deal with China, US-Vietnam relations, and China hopes to absorb Vietnamese markets and expand its political influence through economic training. Furthermore, both strategies of Vietnam can be explained. First, Vietnam builds multilateral and diversified policies, sign trade agreements with Europe, South Korea, Japan, India, etc. The second, it takes the US as a variable, the big country C, which is stronger than China as a country A and introduces it into Sino-Vietnam relations to contain China. And finally, I summarize this article by discussing the differences in cooperation and confrontation between China and Vietnam in both political and economic dimensions. Vietnam hopes to achieve its economic and political needs from the Sino-US trading framework. And that's it. Thanks.